Hello, everyone. I'm on my way to go meet up with Clearwater George. I figured I would answer. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Don't worry, guys. These cars drive themselves. In all seriousness, I have to keep my eyes on the road, so I'm not going to be looking at the live chat. A little while back, I put a post up on my community tab. I'm also not using any external audio, guys, so if the audio is not great, that's going to be why. Oh no. Is this going through my car? Ugh. All right, guys. I hope the audio is okay. Anyway, I am on my way to go meet up with Clearwater George, and while I am heading up there, I figured I would answer one of the questions that you guys posted on my community tab. Why is Scientology so into chiropractors? There's a couple interesting answers to this question. One, chiropractors are not going to prescribe someone psychiatric drugs. That is one of the main concerns that Scientology has when it comes to going to see doctors. I mean, it's even one of the main concerns Scientologists have when sending their kids to public school. Scientologists are regularly told that psychiatry has infiltrated the institution of education, and guidance counselors and social workers working in the schools are there only to put as many kids on as many drugs as fast as possible. There's a similar concern when it comes to doctors in general. Scientology, I think most Scientologists would probably agree with the statement that Scientologists tend to be into holistic alternative medicine. I feel like that's kind of a byproduct of them steering away from actual medical doctors. I just, from my personal experience, I can't say to you that I really remember L. Ron Hubbard trying to focus that much on holistic or alternative medicine, because L. Ron Hubbard really focuses on the fact that you as a spirit can fix anything that's wrong with you. Beyond recommending vitamins for getting auditing, L. Ron Hubbard doesn't say a whole lot other than don't eat sugar and get a little bit of exercise. So if there is a trend among Scientologists of alternative and holistic medicine, I feel like it's kind of a byproduct of just avoiding regular MDs. Okay, there's another, that's one answer for why Scientologists so into chiropractors. But there is another reason, and it has to do with the business consulting front groups that have existed for many decades, probably a couple generations now, that historically they targeted chiropractors for their business consulting services. And I think David Singer Enterprises was one of the original and one of the biggest, most successful business consulting front groups that not only made a ton of money, selling business consulting to chiropractors, but was also incredibly successful in getting these chiropractors into Scientology. David Singer pretty much created the blueprint for how to promote Scientology, Scientology's management system to non-Scientologists effectively, and how to sign non-Scientologists up for these management training courses that are completely based on Scientology policy, and how to flip those non-Scientologist clients over. It keeps saying full self-driving is degraded because of the weather. You know what? Let's just take it off of full self-driving. How to flip those non-Scientologist clients over to become actual Scientologists. And this was a very lucrative business model for David Singer. Not only does the business consulting that these front groups sell cost a lot of money. It costs more money than Scientology costs. In fact, these courses that non-Scientologists buy from these business consulting groups cost sometimes 3 or 4 times more than if they were to actually walk into a Scientology organization and take the Scientology courses that these business consulting courses are based on. Now, if you were to pick up one of these business consulting course packs, it's going to say World Institute of Scientology Enterprises on it. And it's going to say based on the works of L. Ron Hubbard. So they don't actually hide that. But these course packs are in a way where it's not actually, it's presented in a way where you're not having to convince this client that they're studying Scientology. You just have to convince them that they're studying information that is based on the works of the guy who also happened to be the founder of Scientology. It's amazing how many non-Scientologists can be convinced to pay astronomical prices to study courses written by the guy who also created Scientology. I can tell you that one of the things that's used in the sales pitch to convince these small business private practice owners to buy these courses is you don't have to believe in Scientology, you don't have to like L. Ron Hubbard. We're only here to study, to learn, to teach you this information, and this information will help your business expand. And the evidence of that is this information is the management system used by the fastest growing religious group on earth. And that group is Scientology. And so you'll have these private practice business owners who don't give a damn about Scientology at all, but they go, oh, Scientology is the fastest growing organization on earth? Huh, well, I don't care about that. But that's because they use these management principles and this stat analysis system and these conditions formulas and this organizing board. That's something I'm willing to try out. And David Singer was just unbelievably successful in promoting his style of Scientology business consulting to chiropractors. And so you ended up with an amazing amount of chiropractors in Scientology. And then that pattern, that business pattern, was repeated in the dental industry. And then you had companies like MGE and Singer, Marcus Group Enterprises and Singer Enterprises, that catered to not only chiropractors, but started to focus specifically on dentists. There's an incredible amount of dentists in Scientology for that very reason, and for no other reason. These industries where you have private practice owners, independently owned businesses, private practice owners, they spent a lot of money to go to school. They didn't go to business school. They're specialties in their field, but they don't really, they either don't know or they don't feel like they know how to hire, how to recruit, how to train, how to organize. These people, this is ripe, fertile recruiting grounds for Scientology, particularly the business consulting front groups. And then more recently, this branched out into the physical therapy field. Physical therapists, occupational therapists. It's branched out into the field of veterinarians, veterinary medicine, financial planners, any field where you have someone who's a professional, but they're a professional in their field. They're not a professional in business or organizing. Ripe, fertile recruiting grounds for Scientology through the business consulting front groups. It's unbelievable. I actually went to work for one of these business consulting front groups as my first job out of the C organization. And that company was called Measurable Solutions. The owners were Jeff Lee and Sean Kirk. And these guys made it very clear in our weekly staff meetings that they did not give a damn about the success of the businesses of our clients. All they cared about was getting these people into Scientology. So not only did these business owners make a ton of money selling these business, because the business consulting is very expensive. These companies make a lot of money. But once they convinced these clients to become Scientologists, the business itself, so in this case, Measurable Solutions, if Measurable Solutions flipped one of its clients over to the actual Church of Scientology, Measurable Solutions would from that point on get a 10 to 15% commission on every dollar that person paid to Scientology forever. So depending on how much Scientology videos you've watched, there's something called a field staff member, or an FSM. Scientologists who bring other people into Scientology are called field staff members, or FSMs. And the people they bring into Scientology are called selectees. And an FSM gets a commission for every dollar their selectee pays to Scientology, whether it's for a course, whether it's for auditing, whether it's to a donation to the IAS, a donation to the Ideal Org program. When I explain this, people go, oh my God, Scientology is actually a multi-level marketing scheme. It's not multi-level, it's single level. If I'm an FSM, and I have 100 selectees, I'm getting commissions on every one of my selectees. But if my selectees also become FSMs and start selecting other people into Scientology, I do not get any kind of a commission on the people that my selectees bring into Scientology. So it's a single level marketing scheme. But honestly, and I'm curious for you former Scientologists in the chat or on the replay, let me know in the comments section. Are there any other reasons you can think of why chiropractic is so popular in Scientology? Is there some aspect of this that I haven't touched on? Is it the allergy to going to actual medical doctors? Do you agree that that's a part of it? Is it the proclivity Scientologists have to go towards alternative medicine or holistic medicine? Is that a part of it? And do you agree that the reason there's so many chiropractors in Scientology is because of these wise business consulting front groups? And is there any other reason? Dying to know what you guys think. All right, I'm almost at my destination, and apologies for not being able to look at the live chat. I do see a super chat popped up there. Wasbeer, have a great day as well, sir. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that is it for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you soon.